Hello, my name is Justin Xiao, and I'm the Chief Operating Officer of Railsbank in Southeast Asia and Australia, based in Singapore. I drive Railsbank's expansion in Southeast Asia and Australia in terms of customers, products, and operations. I'm sorry I can't be with you today. We're still under lockdown measures in Singapore, and I look forward to the travel bubble between Australia and Singapore slated for July. Railsbank was established in the UK with the mission to be the category leader that enables any business or brand to rapidly prototype, launch, and scale financial products globally. Our vision is to embed a complete set of global financial capabilities into customer experiences, empower any business to build and integrate any financial use case directly into their customer journey, enable any business or brand to experiment, prototype, launch, and scale financial products globally. I have over 15 years of FinTech experience. On the Fin side, I started my career with Citi in New York and moving back to Asia in 2007. On the tech side, working at Visa for more than 7 years before joining Railsbank in 2019. I just wanted to start off by saying we are excited to confirm we now have boots on the ground in Australia following our recent news about launching into Australia with the Vault Bank partnership. As such, I'm pleased to confirm we are supporting this expansion with the appointment of Ben Smith as our general manager. Ben has more than 20 years experience across startups and global multinational companies in both Australia and the UK, and will be responsible for driving the strategic direction of Railsbank in the Australian market. Unfortunately, with logistics and timing, it's as such that he is unable to be at Intersect this week, but we're still keen to connect, so please feel free to reach out to him. I put his LinkedIn QR code to make it easy. In today's flow, I'm going to be talking about embedded finance for those unfamiliar or uninitiated. I'm going to touch on how embedded finance drives a consumer experience and bring that to context with our car product, and share how some of our customers have been able to prototype, launch, and scale on the Railsbank platform. According to analysis, embedded finance offers a new, very large addressable market opportunity that is worth over 7 trillion in 10 years' time. And that is twice the combined value of the world's top 30 banks today. By abstracting banking and insurance functionality into technology, embedded finance enables any brand or merchant to rapidly and at low cost integrate innovative financial services into new propositions and customer experiences. FinTech startups supported by VCs are currently taking the lead in creating sophisticated embedded finance offerings via banking-as-a-service platforms. Companies and brands outside of traditional financial services are taking inspiration and making bolder and more strategic moves to improve relevancy to their customers and look for new revenue streams. We believe that the embedded finance market is heating up in Australia and will definitely play a role in that 7 trillion market over the coming years. There are already some great innovative tech and fintech companies that have come out of Australia and have expanded globally. The partnership we have formed in Australia have enabled Railsbank to continue expansion in the APAC region, considering Australia as a highly strategic market and the first one out of Singapore. And what we bring new to the table in Australia is represented by deconstructed financial components, where are tools for product managers and founders. And now let me backtrack to where it started with open banking, which was taking baby steps. Open banking is when non-bank access data from their customer's bank account to provide account insight or trigger payments from within an app or website. How it works is the open banking provider connect to the bank system via APIs to retrieve the data. Often, the API layer between the bank and the open banking provider is provided by an API banking platform. Where we're now with embedded finance is about business model transformation for companies. Companies are leveraging embedded finance as a new tool to monetize customers. By delivering banking and insurance functionality via technology, embedded finance enables any brand or merchant to integrate innovative financial services into new propositions and existing customer experiences quickly and at a low cost. Railsbank is a global fintech taking the lead in enabling sophisticated embedded finance offerings via banking as a service platforms, so that by connecting to our platform, our customers are able to issue cards, issue accounts, perform currency conversions, and more. Technology is an enabler, and we have seen the business model transformation in the last 10 years. With Amazon's technology infrastructure, it is a logistics and merchant platform. Their underlying tech enable an entirely digital process so anyone can become a merchant. This is the same with ride-hailing giants like Uber and Grab in Southeast Asia. They have enabled anyone with a car to be a taxi driver. And embedded finance democratizes financial services and moves them in front of customers. The technology transformation has been possible through APIs. APIs are the fundamental building blocks, and we think of them as Lego blocks. And APIs are the UX for us currently. It is simple and consumable. The art of the quote-unquote generic API-led company is to design elegant APIs that support journeys, workflows, and use cases that a customer can use to build their own solution. So when product managers or CTOs come onto the Railsbank platform, they know how to consume the services they need, and they only pay for what they use. The art is to illuminate customers to the realms of possibility and let them see the solution, and then launch products super fast and at low cost. At Railsbank, we do not build solutions, nor do we offer bespoke work for customers. We are decoupling functionality into API building blocks with an always-on architecture, adhering to open industry stacks, and maintaining a compliant and fraud-free environment where compliance is built into each transaction. We focus on democratization of financial services so anyone can be a fintech. Now, why is this so important? Our region is home to some of the most vibrant and forward-looking economies. However, it is home also to three key segments of financial exclusion: the base of the pyramid, women, and micro SMEs. It is here where embedded finance will be fully embraced and where the democratization of financial services can lead to a better, more inclusive society. We foresee significant growth in fintech sector in the region. The growth will come from local and regional micro and macro trends, like regulators changing rules on banking, increasing adoption of super apps, and e-wallets. Take the trend of super apps. This has inspired our partners and customers to rethink the fintech possibilities of their business. If you can embed finance, you can create amazing journeys. For example, a property manager might want to have account issuance for every apartment they manage. In the rental collection use case, they could have automatic reconciliation of rental collections, which would make it a great experience for the landlord and the management company. And with more data, they may spot trends on late payment from tenants, and instead of issuing red notices, Perhaps they can offer a loan to help the tenant or different terms of payment. Companies and brands understand their customers and they need to focus on the consumer journey. When we speak to the market, these are some of the common pain points that we hear. One, I do not want to deal with the complexity of archaic banking platforms or the payment schemes. I do not want to deal with the complexity or cost of being regulated. I do not want to deal with the complexity and cost of managing financial operations. And I do not want to deal with the complexity of integrating multiple suppliers and non-standard APIs. Solving the pain points at Railsbank enable our customers to focus on what they know best, and that is their customers. And I want to go through an example of a consumer journey leveraging on multiple elements of embedded finance. In this case, it is issuing a card with the ability to use it instantly, spend confidently, manage to spend effortlessly, and earn rewards whilst receiving best-in-class support. In the onboarding journey, the business collects personal information, identify the consumer, perform real-time decisioning on KYC checks, leveraging alternative data sources. The business issue a virtual card instantly, allow PIN to be set, allow physical card to be ordered if preferred, and activate the card, unlock the card, and replace the card if the consumer needs to. The goal is to allow the consumer to spend within 5 minutes of downloading the app with a card issued. Provision the card onto Apple Pay or into a digital wallet. View activities and receive spend notification. The consumer will want spend controls to be set, transfer balances if it is a prepaid or debit card, view transaction details. And the business can provide payment options, pay off credit card balances on another card for bill payment, P2P transfers to a friend. And the business able to bring in data analytics so the consumer can optimize spending, set goals or spending targets, and compare against similar demographics. And lastly, the consumer will want to manage settings, including notifications, sharing payment details. If they need help, they get support through self-service. And if they need to contact someone and do it directly on the app through messaging services. There's a lot of steps in creating an embedded finance consumer journey here, and we are working to make this as simple as possible for our customers. We have helped innovative companies launch their consumer journey in Singapore and UK. In Singapore, with Singlife Aviva, some of you would know it is an insurance policy that looks like a bank deposit account. As a consumer spends, they enrich their insurance policy. On the bottom, in the UK, Wastestream is a financial well-being platform which improves the financial health of people in work. They're working with employers like NHS Trust, Bupa, Holiday Inn to offer Wastestream to their employees, giving them more power over their pay with a set of tools to track, access, save, and manage earnings in real time. As part of that, the platform allows employers to offer earned wage access, so employees can access their wages once they've earned them throughout the month. There's no advance, credit, or interest is involved, and is proven by data to lead to less financial stress and less reliance on predatory forms of lending. And this has been especially important during the COVID period in the UK, since there were healthcare workers who were working overtime and needed to focus on their health and health of others to ensure their financial well-being was being looked after. And I want to touch a little bit of where we are moving to and what we envision. When startups get off the ground, they bootstrap capital and invest in building their MVP solution, which may take 12 months. To test out an idea in a company, the company may take internal people and assemble teams and set them aside as a skunkworks division. Where we're moving to is working with companies to illuminate a use case for a prospect or customer to help them build the consumer journey using human-centered design. We want to shortcut this with MVP in a box, which will provide a unified experience that will meet and streamline the most basic requirements. This could be how you perform eKYC, which is a consumer journey or flow that has very little flexibility due to regulatory requirements. In this way, we're helping by providing a turnkey and end-to-end solution that includes front-end to back-end services for an MVP solution. So what you saw in the journey previously, I just showed, can achieve within a day. And that is the goal. And finally, if there's one thing you can take from my talk today, it's to think of embedded finance as a utility, and the problem it solves is running financial services. We're connecting to the banks, domestic money transfer networks, the schemes like Visa and MasterCard globally. We run the operations 24/7 because money flows 24/7 and is reliable and scalable. We're also regulated like utility companies, and we have the licenses from regulators from Visa, MasterCard, and adhere to global standards like ISO. The ultimate goal of all this is to let others focus on the consumer and bring the next generation of consumer experiences to market. The embedded finance market in Australia is emerging. And as a leading provider in this category, we want to work with customers and partners to set the pace for the rapid growth in Australia over the coming years. So please do connect with us. Thank you very much